Hi, very good day, all of you. Welcome to our session. Welcome to our channel, Intelligible Tutorials. In the previous session of this information retrieval systems, we have completed the what are the advantages of the clustering, how the thesaurus can be done, and what are the rules and decisions can be taken while working with the thesaurus. What are the relationships that can be made, either hierarchical. What are the word relationships can be made, like antonyms, synonyms, hierarchical or non-hierarchical, part whole, aggregation, composition, all these things we have completely discussed in our previous session. Okay, so we are at the document term clustering of the information retrieval systems now. Now we are going to discuss one more thing here is thesaurus generation. How the thesaurus means the collection of the terms can be generated or can be clustered. It can be done by the manual or as well as the automatic way also. Okay, so now we are going to talk about thesaurus generation. Okay, so what are the various techniques that we do in the manual thesaurus generation? In the manual thesaurus generation, basing on the similarity, we can make a set of group of words and which are statistically similar to the particular term clustering. Okay, so which are co-occurrence of the two words are occurring in the same items, they are also can be handled. Okay, the more frequently two terms which are co-occur in the same items and they are relevant to the same concept, so they can also be used in that particular cluster. Like that, the manual thesaurus can be done. Next. Okay, so manual generation always focusing upon the clustering of the various kinds of the terms. Okay, so actually this process it is a maybe it is a long process comparing to the automatic clustering indexing, but somewhat for slow sorry so for small number of the terms, for small number of the items, we can do it perfectly. That is the advantage of this manual clustering. In the manual clustering, we are going to take care about three kind of the measurements: KWOC, KWIC, and KWAC. Okay, this is one manual step, one of the advantages step which follows three different kinds of the measurements. Okay, so the first step here it is to talk about the domain of the clustering, because in the information retrieval systems the very first step is nothing but talking about the domain of the clustering. Okay, and then according to the domain collect the similar set of the words. Okay, and then go for these measurements KWOC, KWIC, and KWAC, which are going to use to collect the collection of the words in the form of clusters, as in the manual clustering or in the manual thesaurus generation. Okay, so step one is what? Determination of the domain of the clustering. Step two is what? The various collection of the words. And step three is what? Applying these measurements. So what these measurements? KWOC, KWIC, and KWAC. Just now we will see. See, in the manual clustering only these methods can be used. The first one is a keyword out of context. This is used to represent one of the measurement, and it is used to represent the frequency of the items, how frequently they are occurring. That is nothing but keyword out of context. The next one is keyword in context. What is the meaning of the keyword in context? It displays a possible term in it phrase context. Okay, so possibility of the term in that. Okay, the next one is keyword and context. It display the keywords followed by their context. Let us see one example based on this. The first one is what? Keyword out of context. Let us see here in the keyword out of context. Here the terms are given as the chips, computer, design, and memory. These are the terms. And what is the frequency of each and every term? The frequency of the chips is 2, and it is occurring two different number of the documents, doc2 and doc4. And computer, the frequency of the computer is here is it is given as 3, and it is occurring in three number of the documents, doc1, 4, and 10. And design is a word, its frequency is only 1, occurs in only doc4. And memory, its frequency is 3, it occurred in three number of the times in doc3, doc4, doc8, and doc12 also, but it is given as 12. Okay, so what is the key word out of context? The keyword out of context here, it is measuring just the frequency. Okay, so this is one of the measurement. The next one is what? Keyword in context. What it is actually? The keyword in context. In the keyword in context displays a possible term in the phrase context. How it displays the possible terms in the phrase context? Chips. Chips means the computer design contains memory. Computer designs contain memory chips. Design contains memory chips or computer. Memory chips computer design contains. That means chips in this look at this particular statement. Computer design contains memory and chips. There is a possibility of having this word also or this particular term also. Okay, coming to the computer design contains memory chips. Here we can add computer, then this sentence can be meaningful. Computer design contains memory chips. Okay, so there is a possibility of adding this particular term to this statement. Okay, so next coming to the design. So contains memory chips computer. Design contains memory chips or computer, or computer contains memory chips and design of the computer also. So next memory chips. Computer design contains memory. Here also there is a possibility of adding the word of memory. Like that, what is the keyword in text we'll talk about? The keyword in text will talk about the possible term in its phrase context. Whenever there is a chance of adding possibility of any kind of such terms, then that measurement can be represented as keyword in text. Okay, so there is a lot of difference is there, keyword out of context and keyword in text. Whereas keyword out of context is representing the frequency, and keyword in context is representing what? It representing the possibility of the term in the particular sentence wherever it is given. Okay, now we are going to discuss about keyword and context. What is the keyword and context? See, the keyword and context, what it will show, it displays the keyword followed by their context. Okay, so it follows by their context. Chips, computer design contains memory chips. Okay, and computer design contains memory chips. Here also computer is a word is there. Computer design contains memory chips. Here the word design is there. Computer design contains memory chips. Here also memory is there. Keyword and context means according to the context the particular keyword can be used, and we can extract what are the keywords are used in one single statement, and we can extracted all these terms here. Chips, computer design and memory, all these are used in the same statement at different kinds of the context we can use. Okay, so this is called as keyword and context. Here the important measurement is keyword out of context, which represents the frequency of occurrence of the simple item, similar same item in how many number of the documents. And the next one is keyword in context. Is there any possibility of adding that particular term in the keyword in context? And keyword and context in one single statement, how many types of the words are there, how many number of the keywords are there in the context. So this can be regarded as keyword and context. Here the statement is same or the sentence is same. In one sentence we can have four number of the words. So like that we can have the various measurements that we can make use in the manual clustering of the thesaurus generation. Okay, so manual clustering of the thesaurus generation can follow all these things. Okay, so KWOC, KWIC and KWAC. In this way we can do the clustering of the terms in the thesaurus generation by using the manual way. Okay, so this is one of the important manual way. And in the coming videos we talk about automatic term clustering, how the automatic term clustering can be done, what are the various algorithms are associated with it. We can compare the algorithms and we can work with those algorithms and we can analyze the algorithms. Okay, so if you like my video, please like it, share it and subscribe my channel Intelligible Tutorials. Thank you one and all.